Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Roswell's Park for our Wednesday battle between the Moose Jaw Miller Express and the Medicine Hat Mavericks, sponsored by Ottawa Real Estate. A reminder to pick up your programs at the Mid-Muffler Break and Wheel ticket window to play RBC Royal Bank Bingo and win other prizes courtesy of our sponsors. Time now for our starting lineups. First, our umpire crew tonight. We have Huck Craig, Mike Richards, and Barrett Fleck. Now the lineup for the visiting Medicine Hat Mavericks. Leading off is number 11, shortstop Johnny Volcano. Batting second, number 13, first baseman Aaron Volcano. Batting third is number 8, third baseman Tyler Veneste. Batting fourth is number 10, second baseman Carter Roth. Batting fifth, number 4, left fielder Micah Dvorak. Batting sixth is number 2, right fielder Adam Volcano. Batting seventh, number 6, catcher Jaden Babiak. Batting 8th, number 5, designated hitter Blake Dale. And batting 9th, number 1, center fielder Yusei Yuzawa. Their starting pitcher tonight is number 21, Tyler Sproul. Now the starting lineup for your Moose Jaw Miller Express. At shortstop, number 22, Thomas Soto. In center field, number 27, William Edwards. In right field, number 39, Austin Gertie. At first base, number 25, Eduardo Sainz. Your designated hitter, number 7, Roberts Estrada. In left field, number 4, Tanner DeGrazia. Your catcher, number 15, Andy Rivas. At second base, number 9, Pacey Phillips. At third base, number 13, Ben Wallachek. And your starting pitcher, number 17, Weston Walls. At this time, we would like to recognize a member of the Saskatchewan Dragoons who is with us here tonight, hoisting the Canadian flag at home plate. We ask that please rise if you are able and remove your headwear for the singing of our national anthem performed by Abby Hunt. Great job, Abby. Fans, if you turn your attention to field level.
Hi again, everybody. Welcome to Roswell's Park in Moose Jaw for Wednesday night WCBL baseball action here on FloCollege Baseball. I'm Rod Peterson, your host and voice of the Moose Jaw Miller Express, along with Jenna Moore, and we're ready to bring you the play-by-play of this interdivisional East Division matchup between the visiting 25-14 Medicine Hat Mavericks and the hometown 16-22 Moose Jaw Miller Express. Here's the batting order for the visiting Mavericks here in the second of a 3-game homestand for the Millers. Batting first, the shortstop Johnny Volcano. Batting second, the first baseman Aaron Volcano. Batting third, the third baseman Tyler Van Est. Batting fourth, the second baseman Carter Roth. Batting fifth, the left fielder Micah Dvorak. Batting sixth, the right fielder Adam Volcano. Batting seventh, the catcher Jaden Babiak. Batting eighth, the designated hitter Blake Dale. And batting ninth, the center fielder Yusei Uzawa. Starting pitcher tonight for the Medicine Hat Mavericks is number 21, Tyler Spruill. For the Moose Jaw Miller Express, who lost a tough one last night, 5-4 in extra innings to the visiting Weyburn Beavers here. Weston Walls is the starting pitcher, the WCBL strikeout king and all-star. Catching tonight is Andy Rivas. At first base, Eduardo Saenz. The second baseman is Pacey Phillips. The third baseman, Ben Wallachek. And the shortstop is Thomas Soto, back off a one-game suspension. Starting in left field tonight, Tanner DeGrazia. The center fielder is William Edwards. And the right fielder is Austin Gurney. Millers are under the guidance of head coach Eric Marriott. Beautiful night for baseball here in Canada's most notorious city. A lot of families are up to catch their sons, brothers, grandsons here. The Sotos had a great pregame chat with them last night and tonight. The Wallachek family up all the way from Wichita, Kansas, and South Dakota. Excited for a great night of baseball. And it's going to be a little warmer here tonight than it was last night. 20 degrees Celsius, 68 above Fahrenheit. And the wind east-southeast at 5 as we get ready here for a 7:06 first pitch at one of Canada's most iconic ballparks, Ross Wells Park in Moose Jaw. Make it 7:07 as Weston Walls delivers, and the first pitch is in off the inside corner for strike one, called by home plate umpire Huck Craig. In his crew, Mike Richards and Barrett Fleck. Ball one on Johnny Volcano. And this one caught the outside edge, had some movement on it. 1-2 is the count. Weston Walls, as mentioned, the strikeout leader in the WCBL. We'll get to some numbers on him. Fastball, swinging, and here's a liner into right over the head of the first baseman, Eduardo Saenz. And Johnny Volcano is aboard with a leadoff single. For reasons we won't get into, we have just one camera on our FloCollege broadcast tonight, so bear with us. I'll do my best to be a little more, you're good, Janet, to be a little more descriptive. You'll at least be able to see the pitches and the plays at the plate. It could be worse. As Aaron Volcano comes to the plate for Medicine Hat, first pitch swinging. This one takes a one-hopper. Thomas Soto, the throw from short, not in time. And Aaron Volcano is safe with a single of his own. Johnny Volcano to second, and a pair of singles to lead off the game here for Medicine Hat. They got two men on and none out in the top of the first inning as Tyler Van Est, the third baseman, comes to the plate. Carter Roth is on deck. And as I get a look at that, we'll try to be as descriptive as we can with just one camera, the outfield camera, working on our FloCollege baseball broadcast here tonight from Ross Wells Park. First pitch outside for ball one from Weston Walls. And we did have the opportunity to chat with a Terrell, Texas product this morning. He was quite excited about this matchup tonight against Medicine Hat. This one caught the outside edge for strike one, 1-1 on Tyler Van Est. Weston says his best starts this season have come against these Medicine Hat Mavericks. But here with none out, 2 on here in the top of the first inning. The third baseman, Tyler Van Est, at the plate here for Medicine Hat. Fastball inside for ball 2, 2-1. Weston Walls, 55 strikeouts, and he notched 7 his last start here last week. This is his 11th appearance of the season. 12th appearance, 10th start. Here's a roller down towards second. Pacey Phillips up with that. Throw over to first in time, 1 away. Tyler Van Est grounds out to the second baseman. Runners advance. And now runners in scoring position with Carter Roth, the second baseman, coming to the plate here for Medicine Hat. Carter Roth from Doane University, where he's a junior out of Stratford, Ontario. One away now, runners at second and third for Weston Walls. This one fouled back and out of play. First pitch. 0-1, the count on Roth, who is the Mavs batting average leader at .399 coming into the game tonight. His 158 at bats are second on the team, only to Freeman. This one, a looper into right field. That'll land in for a base hit, and it's an RBI single for Carter Roth. That plates Johnny Volcano, and Medicine Hat is out to a 1-0 lead here tonight at Ross Wells Park. An RBI single for Carter Roth has the Mavericks on the board here, and Aaron Volcano is over to third. The left fielder, Micah Dvorak, comes to the plate here for Medicine Hat. Adam Volcano is on deck. One away here in the top of the first inning. High and outside with this one from Weston Walls. One of three pitchers that has made the All-Star roster for Moose Jaw. Nathan Piccio and Rudolfo Guardiola, the others. Outside for ball two, 2-0. Swing and a miss from Dvorak. 2-1. He's the starting left fielder tonight for Medicine Hat, batting .244 on the season and 4 home runs to go along with it. And with the check swing, he went 2-2. The call from Huck Craig. All-Star rosters announced this week, and we'll tell you who they are in a second. From this Medicine Hat squad, we've talked about the Miller's All-Stars quite a bit. This one fouled off and out on to Ross Crescent. 2-2. Luis Diaz, Mavericks pitcher, named to the All-Star team. Also, Xander Roberts from the Medicine Hat Mavericks. 2 pitchers named East Division All-Stars from the Mavericks. Outside with this one, full count, 3-2. Tyler Van Est named an All-Star again for Medicine Hat, the third baseman. Jeremy Freeman Jr., who is not playing tonight. He was initially in their starting roster and then scratched last minute. And this one swung on, fouled down the left field line. 3-2. Dvorak stays alive. Here's the payoff pitch on Dvorak. This one hit on the ground to second. Pacey Phillips up with that. Throw over to first in time, but it will score a run. Aaron Volcano plates. And it's 2-0 Mavericks here at the top of the first inning. Micah Dvorak grounds out to the second baseman. 2 away as the right fielder now, Adam Volcano, comes to the plate for Medicine Hat. So again, they're all-stars in the field. Tyler Van Est, Carter Roth, Jeremy Freeman Jr. This first pitch swung on, fouled back, and out of play. And pitchers Luis Diaz and Xander Roberts. The All-Star game this Saturday night in Okotoks. And the home run derby contestants unveiled today. I'll get to those in a second. Strike 2 on Adam Volcano, 0-2. Jaden Babiak is on deck here for the Mavericks, who lead 2-0 in the top of the first inning. Two out and a runner at second here in the top of the first inning for Medicine Hat. Walls high and inside, but this one 1-2. Fans still strolling into Roswells Park on a beautiful night for baseball here in the friendly city. Swing and a miss, and down he goes, and that will retire the side, but not before the Mavericks put 2 on the board. We'll go to the bottom of the first inning with the Mavericks up 2-0, and this is WCBL baseball on FloCollege. Bottom of the first inning at Roswells Park in Moose Jaw. Here's the batting order for the 16 and 22 Miller Express, fourth in the Eastern Division. Batting leadoff, the shortstop, Thomas Soto. Batting second, the center fielder, William Edwards. Batting third, the right fielder, Austin Gurney. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, Eduardo Saenz. Batting fifth, the DH, Robert Estrada. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Tanner DeGrazia. Batting seventh, the catcher, Andy Rivas. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Pacey Phillips. And batting ninth, the third baseman, Ben Wallachek. Starting pitcher, Tyler Spruill for the Medicine Hat Mavericks, the lefty. And the first pitch, a slow, hanging off-speed pitch in for ball one, low, 1-0. Thomas shows a bunt, but lays off. 2-0. Tyler Spruill, starting pitcher out of Western Texas College. The lefty on the mound here for the Mavericks. And this one right down the pipe for strike one called. 2-1. And a swing and a miss from Soto. Switch hitting shortstop, hitting from the right side of the plate here against the lefty Spruill. Making his seventh start of the season. He's got a 5.31 ERA. 2-2 the count on Soto. Swing and a miss, and down goes Thomas with a leadoff strikeout here tonight. And that'll bring to the plate William Edwards. The home run derby, WCBL style, will go Saturday night prior to the All-Star game, actually 5 p.m. Mountain. Representing the East Division, Tyler Van Est of these Medicine Hat Mavericks, and Austin Gurney back for a third straight year representing the Millers in the home run derby. And Austin advanced out of the first round last year. I was right there with him. Carter Beck of Saskatoon went to the final, but the West Division ended up winning it. Brady Bai of the Regina Red Sox will represent the Queen City. Strike one call, 1-1. Wilmer Enriquez of the Swift Current 57s, Ethan Menard of the Saskatoon Berries, and Ian Heck of the Weyburn Beavers. Two on one the count here on the center fielder, William Edwards. And a swing and a miss, 2-2. In the field for Medicine Hat, Tyler Spruill is on the mound. Jaden Babiak is the catcher. The first baseman, Aaron Volcano. Second baseman, Carter Roth. The third baseman, Tyler Van Est. The shortstop, Johnny Volcano. Will Edwards gets his bat on this one, fouls it back and out of play. The left fielder, Micah Dvorak. The center fielder is Yusei Uzawa. And the right fielder is Adam Volcano. 2-0 Mavericks, top of the first inning. Outside with this one, 3-2. The count on William Edwards. He is one of the 6 All-Stars for Moose Jaw. And with his 6 home runs leading the team, you wouldn't have been surprised if he'd been the home run derby rep for Moose Jaw, but no, it's Austin Gurney. Now William Edwards gets a hold of this one, fouled, however. Just left of the foul pole, out in left field. 3-2, the count on the Australian, William Edwards. This one swung on, hit in play, but back to make the catch in right field. Volcano for the Mavericks. That's Adam Volcano, and 2 away here in the bottom of the first inning. The All-Star, outfielder, and home run derby rep, Austin Gurney, comes to the plate here for Moose Jaw. And boy, did we have some fireworks last night. 2-run home run, bottom of the 9th inning from Andy Rivas, the catcher, tied the game up 4-4 against the Weyburn Beavers. And we got to extra innings, and the Beavers stole a 5-4 win out of here. A clutch victory for the Beavers, who are now 6.5 games back of the Millers for the final playoff spot, as we plow down into the final month of the regular season. 1-0 the count here on Austin Gurney. Curveball in for a strike, 1-1. Nice stuff here from Tyler Spruill on the mound for Medicine Hat. The lefty out of Lubbock, Texas. This one fouled off by Gerns, 2-2. As usual, wherever you're tuned in from on FloCollege Baseball tonight, let us know who you're watching. Send me a note on Twitter, @Rod Peterson, @RODPEDERSEN. Would love to hear from you. No Miller's Tim Hortons trivia tonight. However, thanks to all who participated in Tim Hortons Camp Day. Here's a chopper towards second. The one hopper fielded by Carter Roth. Throw over to first in time, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down. We'll go to the second with the Mavericks leading 2-0 here on FloCollege Baseball.
Mavericks, number 6, Jaden Babiak.
Top of the second at Roswell's Park in Moose Jaw. Jaden Babiak will lead things off. Babiak, Blake Dale, and Yusei Uzawa. The batting order here for the Mavericks, who come in second place in the Eastern Division. First pitch swinging towards second. Pacey Phillips makes the sure catch. Throw over to first in time. One away. Pacey Phillips certainly has found a place at second. The Robert Saskatchewan product out of Bismarck State, as Eric Marriott juggles around his infield. Here trying to find the magic formula as the Millers have slipped now to 6 games below 500, heading down the stretch. And while they feel they're close ain't cutting it as far as Eric Marriott's concerned. 1-0 the count here on Blake Dale, the designated hitter. This sent one inside for ball 2, 2-0. Blake Dale from Riverton, Wyoming, a junior at Kansas Wesleyan University. Strike one call from home plate umpire Huck Craig, 2-1. And this one fouled back 2-2. Weston Walls can regularly be seen biking around Moose Jaw. It's that kind of community. You can get anywhere on a bike if you want in the beautiful Saskatchewan summertime. Strike 3 call. Blake Dale goes down looking. 56th strikeout of the season for Weston Walls, which of course leads the league. 2 away here in the top of the second inning. The center fielder, Yusei Uzawa, comes to the plate. A freshman from Northeastern Junior College. First pitch in for a ball, 1-0. Home Run Derby will be Saturday, 5 p.m. Mountain at Seaman Stadium in Okotoks. The reps are from the Brooks Bombers, Wyatt Ormonde. From the Fort McMurray Giants, Matt Rhodes. Here's a roller towards second. Pacey Phillips up with it, but can't get it off. And Yusei Uzawa is aboard with a single here as we go to the top of the order.
Number 11, Johnny Volcano.
Johnny Volcano, the shortstop. And number 1 hole hitter comes to the plate here for Medicine Hat. As we continue, the West Division reps in the Home Run Derby, Lethbridge Bulls slugger Jack Kaliski, Okotoks Dogs Nash Crowell. First pitch in for a strike 0-1. From the Sylvan Lake Gulls, Aiden Macaris. And from the Energy City Cactus Rats, Timo Aracena. High and inside with this one, 1-1. Again, your East Division Home Run Derby participants on Saturday: Tyler Van Est of the Mavericks, Austin Gurney of the Millers, Brady By of the Regina Red Sox, Ethan Menard of the Saskatoon Berries, Wilmer Enriquez of the Swift Current 57s, and Ian Heck of the Weyburn Beavers. Off-speed pitch in for a ball, 2-1. Weston told me today that Ian Heck will be the starting pitcher for the East Division in the All-Star game and participating in the Home Run Derby as well. Some kind of player. And I don't know, if somebody's tuned in and knows the answer to this, I'm not sure why Carter Beck is not in the Home Run Derby. 24 home runs on the season for the Saskatoon Berries. Last year's All-Star MVP. This one skied towards center field. William Edwards on the run, makes the catch and retires the side. The Mavericks leave one on. They lead 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the second inning here. And due up signs Estrada and DeGrazia. This is WCBL Baseball on FloCollege.
The live sports experience is changing.
All right, we're back with what I understand is audio only. So for the first time in my broadcast career, it'll be broadcasting baseball on radio. Bear with me. Eduardo Sainz comes to the plate for the Moose Jaw Millers, who trail this one 2-0. Tyler Spruill on the mound for the Medicine Hat Mavericks had a 3-up, 3-down inning back in the bottom of the first. His first pitch, a hanging curveball outside for ball one from the lefty Tyler Spruill. Eduardo Sainz batting from the right side of the plate. The first baseman out of Laredo, Texas. This one catches the top of the strike zone for strike one, called 1-1. Millers in their black tops with yellow trim, white pants tonight, black helmets. Strike two called. This one caught the outside edge. 1-2 on Eduardo Sainz. Medicine Hat Mavericks in their red tops with white lettering, red caps, and gray pants. 1-2 the count on the first baseman, Eduardo Sainz. This one fouled off down the third baseline. 1-2. Thank you, Jenna. We have liftoff on camera one now. It's a start. Helps us all out a bit. High for ball two from Spruill. Eduardo Sainz, Robert Estrada, Tanner DeGrazia due up here in the bottom of the second inning for the Moose Jaw Miller Express. This one fouled back. 2-2. Miller's coming off that 5-4 loss in 10 last night to the visiting Weyburn Beavers. Nobody left the ballpark last night. That was a thriller. Off the heels of a 9-8 loss in Regina on Sunday. So Millers know they got to pick it up inside for ball three. Full count here on Eduardo Sainz. This one hit well for a base hit into right. Fielded by Volcano, but Eduardo Sainz is safe with a leadoff single. First hit of the game for the Millers. And Robert Estrada comes to the plate for Moose Jaw here in the bottom of the second. Since rejoining the club, Robert Estrada, who starred with the Millers last year in 5 games, has a .400 batting average and already a home run and 3 RBI. Robert Estrada out of Maracay, Venezuela. A welcome addition to the lineup. Tonight, DHing. Ball too high, 2-0. The count here on Robert. None out, runner on first. The Mavericks leading this ball game 2-0 after a 2-run first inning. Swung on, hit in the air to right. Volcano back, makes the catch. One away here in the bottom of the second inning. Robert Estrada flies out to the right fielder. Tanner DeGrazia comes to the plate here for the Moose Jaw Millers in the bottom of the second. The left fielder batting .300 on the season. He's appeared in 36 of the Millers' 38 games. One out now and one on. First pitch off speed in for strike one, called 0-1 on Tanner. The junior at Pomona College takes this one outside for ball one, 1-1. Out of Rochester, New York. Still trying to figure out how these colleges listed work, and I'll explain why in a moment. This one inside at the knees. I thought it might have hit Tanner, but it did not. Eduardo Sainz steals second. Tying run is at the plate. First stolen base of the season for Eduardo Sainz. 2-1 the count here on DeGrazia. Check swing. Called strike 2-2. Talking with the Wallachuk family, Lonnie Wallachuk, that's Ben's dad prior to the game. He said that Ben has transferred out of Indiana State for the fall. To be honest, I can't remember where he said he's going. It'll come to me. This one fouled off and out of play by Tanner. 2-2. And as becomes so common in college sports, what happened? The coach changed. The guy that recruited Ben bolted. So Ben's doing the same, but he is listed as an Indiana State Sycamore, a teammate of Carter Beck's. Here's the 2-2, swung on and fouled back and out of play on to Caribou Street. Great crowd on hand, really great crowd on a Wednesday night. Game 2 of a 3-game homestand. We'll do it again tomorrow night against these same Medicine Hat Mavericks at 7:05. 2-2 the count on Tanner DeGrazia. And this one is low and in the dirt, full count. You can catch the broadcast Saturday of the Home Run Derby and the All-Star Game at 7:05 from Siemens Stadium right here on FloCollege Baseball. I'm telling you, it's going to be big. 7,500 fans will sell out Siemens Stadium in Okotoks, and they will announce next year's All-Star Game locale. This one popped up in the infield. Waving everybody off is the first baseman, Volcano, makes the catch, 2 away. Andy Rivas, the catcher, comes to the plate for the Moose Jaw Miller Express. From the Bronx, New York, out of Keystone College, Andy Rivas had the fireworks in the bottom of the ninth last night, a 2-run home run. Tied the game 4-4, sent us to extras, and the Beavers wound up winning it 5-4. Swing and a miss from Rivas. 0-1. Talked last night on the broadcast about our very entertaining interview with Matt Stairs, the hitting consultant of the Okotoks Dogs, on my daytime sports talk show, The Rod Peterson Show on Game Plus TV. Matt said he is not a fan at all of starting extra innings with a runner on second. And he did joke about it, chuckled a little bit, swing and a miss from Rivas, 0-2. He admitted that he's just old school and doesn't like to see change. And I said, I am not one, and I know Jenna isn't either, for sitting here for 19 innings. No thanks. Here's the 0-2 from Tyler Spruill. And this one chopped foul down the third base line. 0-2. And again, it's personal preference. Matt Stairs, Major League Baseball record holder for the most career pinch hit home runs in MLB history. That's quite a record to have. Doesn't like the runner on second in extra innings. Doesn't like the idea of robotic umpires, but does like the idea of a pitch clock. As do I. 2 out, runner on second here, tying run at the plate. And a swing and a miss from Eduardo Sainz. That's 3 away. And we're through 2. 2-0 Medicine Hat leads here in Moose Jaw tonight. We'll be back in a moment. You're watching WCBL Baseball on FloCollege.
For more than 25
Hitting off for the Mavericks, number 13, Aaron Volcano.
Top of the third at Roswell's Park in Moose Jaw. Aaron Volcano, Tyler Van Est, Carter Roth due up for the visiting Mavericks, who have a 2-0 lead after a 2-run first inning. Weston Walls, the all-star on the mound here for the Moose Jaw Miller Express, working into the third. Fastball, first pitch swinging over the head of the second baseman, Pacey Phillips. It'll land in for a base hit. And Aaron Volcano is aboard with a leadoff single. He's 2 for 2 on the night with a pair of singles and has scored a run. The third baseman, Tyler Van Est, comes to the plate here for the Mavericks. He grounded out to the second baseman back in the first inning. And the first pitch is high and a little outside for ball one here on Van Est, the third baseman. An all-star again for the Medicine Hat Mavericks. What a season they're having, 25-14. This one fouled back and out of play, 0-2. Van Est finally gets his chance to represent the Medicine Hat Mavericks after being a late scratch of the Home Run Derby last year. The infielder from Warman is in his third season with the Mavericks, and this year the lefty has 6 homers and 24 RBI in 32 games with Medicine Hat. Tyler Van Est at the plate here now. None out, one on. This one ripped towards second. Pacey Phillips, the throw to second. Soto turns it. No, not in time. The lead runner, Aaron Volcano, thrown out at second. Tyler Van Est is safe in a fielder's choice. One away here in the top of the third inning as Carter Roth, the second baseman, comes to the plate for Medicine Hat, who lead 2-0. Miller's Baseball brought to you by Canadian Tire, Moose Jaw Carpet One, and the Crush Can Nightclub and Rec Room. Got to hand it to Medicine Hat. They always bring a good cheering section with them. And since I've been calling these games, Mavericks probably the best road traveling team that we've seen. High and inside for ball 3. 3-0 the count here on Carter Roth. Regina, of course, generally comes with a pretty good gang, but that's only 35 miles away. And the last time here, they didn't have as many fans as the Mavs do tonight. This one got away from Weston Walls. It's a 4-pitch walk, and 2 are aboard here in the top of the 3rd. Tyler Vaness to second. And that'll bring to the plate the left fielder, Micah Dvorak for Medicine Hat. He grounded out to second back in the first inning. We got a stoppage for Canadian Tire. We'll be back in a moment. It's WCBL Baseball on FloCollege. Micah Dvorak, the left fielder, comes to the plate here for Medicine Hat, top of the 3rd inning. 2 on, 1 out as Walls delivers high with a fastball. 1-0. Weston Walls, 6'5", 220 out of Terrell, Texas. A senior at the University of Incarnate Word in San Antonio. Outside, low and away. 2-0 on Micah Dvorak. Weston making his 10th start of the season. He's pitched 43 1/3 innings. League leading 56 strikeouts now and a 7.89 ERA. Check swing. Strike 1, 2-1. This one popped up, fouled out of play. 2-2 on Micah Dvorak. A junior from Tabor College, and I'm not talking just down the road from Medicine Hat, not that Tabor. He's a junior at Tabor College out of Garden City, Kansas. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Down goes Dvorak. 57th strikeout for Weston Walls on the season. 2 away. Adam Vulcano, the right fielder, comes to the plate. He is 0 for 1 at the dish here tonight. Out of town, Weyburn Beavers, Swift Current 57, scoreless in the 3rd at Tom Lang Park. Strike 1 right down the pipe, 0-1. Saskatoon Berries, Okotoks Dogs tied 1-1, top 2 at Seaman Stadium. They had a wild one last night. Berries fell down 5-0 in the first. Notched a 7-run inning later in the game, came back and won. Strike 2 call from Huck Craig, 0-2. Brooks Bombers have a 4-2 lead over the Regina Red Sox, bottom of the 2nd at Elks Field. And a swing and a miss here. Gunned it down at first is Adam Vulcano for 3 away. And we will go to the bottom of the 3rd with the Mavericks leading 3-0. And you are watching FloCollege Baseball.
Leading off for the Miller Express, number 9, Casey Phillips.
Bottom of the third at the Ross. Pacey Phillips, Ben Wallachek, and Thomas Soto, the batting order for the Moose Jaw Millers. Trailing 2-0 in this one. Facing Tyler Spruill on the mound here for Medicine Hat, the freshman at Western Texas College. Product of Lubbock. This curve got well away from the catcher, Babiak. Outside for ball 1-0. Thomas Soto shagging that foul ball. Had a chat with his mom, Brandy, prior to the game. Here's a chopper towards second. Fielding it in the hole, Carter Roth. Throw over to first. In time, one away. Okay, this is what the Wallachek family came for. Ben Wallachek comes to the plate here from Wichita, Kansas. The third baseman. His father, Lonnie, a successful businessman in Wichita, Kansas. First pitch in for strike one, 0-1. The whole gang is up. Ben's sister, her boyfriend, the aunt from South Dakota, mom and dad. A lot of Wallacheks in the house here tonight. 1-1 the count here on Ben Wallachek. Now Ben steps out. He's batting .316 on the season. That is fifth best on the team. Hasn't homered. He's got a team leading 21 stolen bases, though, and a team leading 32 walks. Inside for ball 2, 2-1. His dad telling me that Ben Wallachek really likes the coach, Eric Marriott. And I said, well, I can tell you that it's mutual. And Thomas Soto is on deck. Talked about the pregame chat with his mom, Brandy. High for a ball, and Ben Wallachek draws his team leading 33rd walk of the season.
Number 22, Thomas Soto.
Thomas Soto's mom, Brandy, did not leave the hotel room, if you can believe, the Ramada, for fear of mosquitoes today. I said, if you think these mosquitoes are bad now, these are just babies. These things are going to be about the size of birds in a couple weeks' time. So I may be headed to my favorite Moose Jaw restaurant with Thomas's dad, Seth, if Brandy doesn't want to leave the hotel. What restaurant do you think that is, Jenna? Nope. Here's a hint. There is a sign on the wall on the outfield. That's like every restaurant in Moose Jaw. 1-0 the count here on Thomas Soto, who struck out back in the first inning. Strike one call, throw down to first. Wallachek back in time. 1-1 the count. Two and one on Soto. And this one inside at the knees, 3-1. This one fouled back and out of play. 3-2 on Soto. One of 6 All-Stars for the Millers. Again, the All-Star game Saturday night in Okotoks, Alberta. Thomas will be patrolling the shortstop. Sounds like the guys know who will at least be starting in the All-Star game. Thomas started last year at short. I was there. If you haven't got your tickets yet, get them. That is, quite frankly, one of the best sporting opportunities you'll get to enjoy in a lifetime. Not joking. Throw over, Wallachek back, no problem. Not only does Wallachek lead the team in walks, he also leads in stolen bases. Full count on Soto. And this one high for ball 4. 2 aboard here in the top of the bottom of the 3rd inning. William Edwards comes to the plate, the center fielder. Stoppage and play for the Moose Jaw Warriors. We'll be back in a moment. 2-0 Mavs in the 3rd here on FloCollege. William Edwards, the all-star center fielder, comes to the plate here for Moose Jaw. 2 men on and 1 away here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Tying run is at first. The go-ahead run is at the plate here. 2-0 Mavericks leading. The lefty Totter Spruill checks the runner at second and delivers this off the mitt of the catcher Babiuk into third. Is Ben Wallachuk. Thomas Soto advances to second. One and 0 the count here on William Edwards from the University of Sioux Falls. He has been an outstanding find by Eric Marriott, trying to fill the spot in the outfield vacated by the perennial all-star Nate Mensick. Probably wouldn't be a stretch to say Nate Mensick, the most popular Moose Jaw Miller Express player of all time, certainly in memory. But William Edwards has done a great job at center field, leading this team in home runs, which is something, if I'm not mistaken, Mensick did last year, right? Yeah. And the league for a little bit, Jenna says. 3-0 the count here on Edwards, and this one catches the inside edge of the strike zone for strike 1 called 3-1. This one fouled back and out of play. 3-2. Dustin Mulliken will be headed to the All-Star game as well. The Millers pitching coach and former Detroit Tigers starting pitcher. Chatted with Dusty prior to the game. He and Matt Stairs, another former major leaguer, both going to be recognized at the game. Siemens Stadium in Okotoks, the place to be this weekend. High and outside for ball 4, and the bases are loaded here. In the bottom of the 3rd inning, William Edwards aboard with a walk. And Tyler Spruill has got himself in a bit of a jam here. And the Millers' home run derby rep, Austin Gurney, comes to the plate here for Moose Jaw. Down 2-0, but the bases are loaded here in the bottom of the 3rd. 1 out. The lefty Sproul delivers a curve ball in for strike one, 0-1. Had Austin ducking, and it dropped in for a strike. Gurney batting .367, team leading 158 plate appearances. Team leading 58 hits as well. Same pitch, this one inside for a ball, 1-1. Crowd getting loud down the third base line. Big situation here. Here's the 1-1. Inside at the letters for ball two, 2-1. Tyler Spruill has started 6 games coming into tonight. 5.31 ERA. Oh, this one got away from him. Great job by Babiak behind the plate to knock it down, or else the speedster Wallachek would have been incoming. 3-1 the count here on Austin Gurney. And I know that the Gurney family will be watching right now from Campbell River, BC. I was a little surprised to see Rob Gurney in Moose Jaw this morning, walking into the training facility along with his twin brother Austin. Spent the night, obviously, after the game last night, then back home. Strike two called, 3-2. And then back down to Weyburn for a doubleheader tonight. Rob Gurney's Beavers home to the Swift Current 57s. Nice to see the brothers, the twins, Austin and Rob Gurney, getting along so well. I said, don't tell me we made it a trade for Rob. Austin said, no. Here is a liner over the head of the third baseman. This is going to score Wallachek. It's going to score Soto. And it's a 2 RBI single for Austin Gurney. We got a tie ball game here in the third. Wallachek scores, and Soto as well. And for Thomas, that is his team leading 50th run scored of the season. And now with 1 out and runners at first and second, Eduardo Sainz comes to the plate here for Moose Jaw. The first pitch is low and in the dirt, 1-0. Out of town, the Brooks Bombers have upped their lead to 8-2 over the Regina Red Sox. Bottom of the third at Elks Field in Brooks. Sylvan Lake a 3-0 lead over Fort McMurray at Gulls Stadium, bottom of the fourth inning. Strike one called, 1-1 off the outside edge. Saskatoon Berries have come back and now lead the Okotoks Dogs 3-2, top of the third inning. Swift Current 57s in the first of a doubleheader beat the Weyburn Beavers 2-1 this afternoon and trail the Beavers 5-0 here in the fourth. Curveball in for a strike, 1-2 the count on Eduardo Sainz, the Laredo, Texas product. This one outside for a ball two, 2-2. Ladies' night here in the ballpark. Might have something to do with the high number of attendance. Whatever it is, we'll take it. 2-2 the count here on Eduardo Sainz. 2 on, 1 out. This one low at the knees, 3-2, full count on Eduardo Sainz. Robert Estrada is on deck, followed by Tanner DeGrazia. This one fouled back and out of play. Just over the backstop from Eduardo, who's batting .278 on the season. He's appeared in 33 of the Millers' 38 games. Less than 20 games to go in the regular season. The Millers looking to nail down a playoff spot. A win tonight would go a long ways, and they've battled back to tie it 2-2 here in the third. Go-ahead run is at third. Eduardo Sainz take this ball at the knees. Bases loaded again, as Spruill has issued 4 walks here in this third inning. And now we've got a mound visit from the Mavericks, Jonathan Thornhill, the coach. We'll be back in a moment. This is WCBL Baseball on FloCollege. Pitching change for the Medicine Hat Mavericks. Coming into the game, number 47, Andrew Kim. Starting pitcher Tyler Spruill worked 2 1/3 here tonight, allowing 2 runs, 2 hits. I'll get to some more stats on him in a moment. Andrew Kim on the mound for Medicine Hat from Valley City State, where he's a junior and a product of Las Vegas, Nevada. Swing and a miss from Robert Estrada. 0-2 for the product of Maracay. Bases loaded. What a situation for Kim to come into. And 1 away here in the bottom of the third inning. And this one low and away. Ball 2, 2-2. Tyler Spruill struck out 2. Walked 4 unofficially. And Estrada chops this one in toward the Millers' dugout. 1-2. Andrew Kim is making his 4th appearance of the season. Has a 9.00 ERA. 1-2 the count on Estrada. And this one hit in the air to left center field. Coming over to make the play on it is Dvorak in left field. William Edwards tags up and scores. And it's a sac fly for Robert Estrada, and the Millers take the lead.
Number 4, Tanner DeGrazia.
Tanner DeGrazia, the left fielder, comes to the plate here for Moose Jaw in the third inning, with now 2 out and runners on first and second. Millers have the lead for the first time tonight, thanks to 3 runs in this third inning. Soto, Edwards, and Wallachuk have scored the runs. Tanner DeGrazia flied out to the first baseman back in the second inning. This one got away from the catcher, Babiak, and the runners advance. Austin Gurney to third, Eduardo Saenz to second base. This one hit on the ground towards short. Volcano with a throw across, not in time. Tanner DeGrazia is safe with an RBI single. Austin Gurney scores, and the Millers now have a 4-2 lead. Great wheels by Tanner DeGrazia. And an RBI single. And let's be honest, Volcano did show some unbelievable athleticism to make that backhanded catch and get the ball across the field. That's Johnny Volcano, but just not in time. And to be honest, I was unaware that Tanner DeGrazia had wheels that speedy. Now we got some sort of a delay, something going on down in the third baseline near the beer gardens. Huck Craig, the umpire, comes over along with the catcher Babiak, and this is out of our camera's reach. I know that. There's the getting, a rag. I'm not sure why. From the beer gardens, it looks like Babiak's bleeding, and that's a first by me. Doesn't look like the Mavericks are traveling with any athletic therapist staff. So the skipper has come out of the dugout. Greg Morrison, no, that's the general manager. This is Jonathan Thornhill. Gonna tape a Band-Aid, tape an aspirin to it, and let's go. 2 out now. And runners at first and third for the Millers. The catcher, Andy Rivas, comes to the plate here. The 9th batter for the Millers here in this third inning. They now have a 4-2 lead. Be a lot of baseball left to be played here tonight, but if the Millers can hang on to this would be a big divisional victory. First pitch in for a ball, 1-0. Andy Rivas, the catcher, at the plate. He struck out back in the second. And this one got away from the catcher, Babiak, and that'll score a run. Eduardo Saenz plates, and the fans are loving it. A 5-run third inning here has the Millers in control now. Three runs allowed by the Mavericks since Andrew Kim came into the game. And 3-0 the count here on Andy Rivas, the Millers catcher. This one caught the inside edge of the strike zone. 3-1. Lights on here at Roswell's Park in the third. Here's a chopper over the head of the pitcher. The second baseman, Roth, up with it. Throw to first in time. But not before the Millers put up 5, and we'll go to the fourth inning with Moose Jaw leading now 5-2. This is WCBL Baseball on FloCollege.
Leading off for the Mavericks, number 6, Jaden Babia.
Top of the fourth here at Roswell's Park on Ladies' Night. Jaden Babiak, Blake Dale, and Yusei Uzawa, the batting order for the visiting Medicine Hat Mavericks, who now trail in this one 5-2. Weston Walls working into the fourth inning here for Moose Jaw. He's upped his league-leading strikeout total to 58 with 3 Ks here tonight for Weston. And a swing and a miss. 0-2 already. Jaden Babiak is down in the count, the Medicine Hat catcher. He grounded out to second base. Back in the second inning, his only other plate appearance. High for ball 1. 1-2. Andy Rivas is behind the plate. 5'11", 200, the catcher. Recent addition from Keystone College. Outside for ball 2, 2-2. Millers have had quite a pipeline over the years from Keystone College. Bobby Biceps comes to mind from Keystone College, and of course Robert Estrada too. Swing and a miss, another K. Team leading, league leading, 59th for Weston Walls. And Blake Dale comes to the plate, the designated hitter for Medicine Hat. Fastball inside for a ball, 1-0. Swing and a miss from Blake Dale, 1-1. Dale, the designated hitter, struck out back in the second inning. Blake Dale batting .230 on the season, gets his bat on this one fouled down the first base line. And off the track, 1-2. Blake Dale batting .230. He's appeared in 23 of the Mavericks' 39 games. 2 home runs on the season. Struck out 29 times. 1-2 the count here on Blake Dale. Out of Riverton, Wyoming. This one fouled off. Looked like it tipped off the shoulder of Mr. Rivas. 1 and 2. Miller's Baseball brought to you by Jump.ca and SaskTel. Bugsy's Irish Pub in the Town and Country Mall. Westrom Lumber and Roto's Pizza. Ball 2 on Blake Dale, 2 and 2. Great crowd on hand here at Roswell's Park. Hope to see at least this many tomorrow night. Strike 3 call, and that's back-to-back strikeouts here in the 4th inning. And 5 in the game for Weston Walls. The number 9 hitter, Yusei Uzawa, comes to the plate here for Medicine Hat. This one drops in for a strike, 0-1. Weston Walls dealing. He's getting stronger here in the 4th. This one hit in the air, down the third base line, fair into the corner. Fielded by Tanner DeGrazia, safe with a sliding double is Yusei Uzawa. Now with 2 out and a runner on second, we go to the top of the batting order for the visiting Medicine Hat Mavericks, and Johnny Volcano, the shortstop, comes to the plate here for the Mavs. By the way, their last game was a win, 9-5 over the Lethbridge Bulls just last night in the Gas City. And the Mavericks up their record at 25-14 with that victory. This one low and in the dirt for ball 1. 1-0. Two and 0 the count on Johnny Volcano. It's his 3rd at bat. He is singled and flied out to the center fielder tonight. This one right down the pipe for strike 1 called, 2-1. And a swing and a miss. 2-2. The count on Volcano out of Doane University, where he's a senior. And of course, Miller's had quite a few on that Keystone pipeline, or Doane University pipeline, sorry. Here's a roller down towards first, Signs up with it. And the throw is on time and on target. Weston Walls steps on first base. And the Millers will get out of the inning, leading 5-2 as we go to the bottom of the 4th. And you're watching WCBL baseball here on FloCollege.
Go Millers! No matter how we try, we never gonna die. I just wanted you to know.
number 9, AC Phillips.
Pacey Phillips, Ben Wallachek, and Thomas Soto, the batting order. First pitch swinging in the hole to second. It'll get through into right field, and Pacey Phillips is aboard with a leadoff single here in the bottom of the fourth inning. A 5-run third has given the Millers the lead here in the bottom of the fourth inning. And Ben Wallachek, the third baseman, comes to the plate here for Moose Jaw. He walked back in the third and scored one of those 5 runs. Ben Wallachek out of Wichita, Kansas, takes the first pitch in for strike one, called from home plate umpire Huck Craig. Ben Wallachek, 5'10", 171 out of Wichita State. Throws right, bats right. Runner goes. Babiak's throw down to second is not on target, and Pacey Phillips is safe at second with a stolen base. And for Pacey, that is his first stolen base as a Miller. He's been charging up the stat sheet since joining the Millers 11 games ago, Pacey Phillips. Takes this pitch in low for a ball, 2-1, Ben Wallachek. Three and 1 the count here on Ben. None out, runner on second as the tide is turned decidedly in the Millers' favor here in the fourth. And this one high and inside. Ben Wallachek draws his second walk of the game. And now runners on first and second as we go to the top of the order, and Thomas Soto comes to the plate. His dad, Seth, was interviewed in between innings. Millers trivia, their own Millers trivia. The question was, what is Thomas's favorite color? Seth guessed it, as did I. Purple, the color. I was guessing. I'm pretty sure Seth was too. But I figured that electric guitar of Thomas's that he played the Star Spangled Banner on the 4th of July, being purple, was a pretty good guess. 0-1 the count here on Soto. Throws down the bunt, perfectly placed. Soto's safe at first and the runners advance. Oh, they're calling it foul. My bad, I thought it was fielded before it rolled. So back to home plate comes Thomas, and 0-2 remains the count. Andrew Kim on the mound here for Medicine Hat came on back in the third. And this one is low and in the dirt and gets away from Babiak, and the runners advance. Pacey Phillips to third and Ben Wallachek to second. Mavericks pitchers have had some control issues here tonight. Was chatting with Weston Walls this morning about what a outstanding pitchers duel that was here last night between the All-Stars. Ian Heck of Weyburn and Rudolph Guardiola of the Millers. This one swung on in the air to left center field. That's going to drop in for a base hit and will score a run. Pacey Phillips plates, and Thomas Soto with an RBI single reaches first. Ben Wallachek is around to third. And the Mavs are having their struggles here in the fourth inning. William Edwards, the center fielder, comes to the plate here. runner goes. Babiak's throw down to second. Safe at second is Thomas Soto. Well, on ladies' night here at Roswells Park, it's been a great night to come to the ballpark. One of the better home efforts for the Millers in a while. Runners at second and third, none out here in the fourth inning. High for ball 1-1-1 here on William Edwards. Two and one the count here on the center fielder. Runners now at second and third, none out. Kim kicks and delivers. This one fouled back. 2-2. Mavericks will be here Thursday night as the Millers wrap up this three-game homestand. This one swung on a roller towards third. And the play made by the third baseman, Totter Vaness, but it'll score a run. Ben Wallachuk plates. William Edwards grounds out to the third baseman for one away, and Austin Gurney comes to the plate, the right fielder. With one out now, and a runner on third, that's Thomas Soto. Again, the Mavericks provide the opposition Thursday night as this three-game homestand comes to a conclusion. And then Friday night, swing and a miss from Gurney, 0-1. Friday night, the Millers are at the Medicine Hat Mavericks. Saturday night is the WCBL All-Star Game. And no rest. Sunday night, the Regina Red Sox here for a 7:05 start. This one. A liner over the head of the shortstop. That will score Thomas Soto. Team leading 51st run scored for Thomas Soto. 3 RBIs now for Austin Gurney tonight. Gives him a team leading 48 on the season. The next closest is William Edwards with 39. And the Millers are rocking and rolling with an 8-2 lead here on the Mavericks. They've put 6 runs on the board since Andrew Kim's come into the game. Eduardo Saenz at the plate now for Moose Jaw. Robert Estrada on deck. 1 on, 1 out in the fourth. This one hitting the hold is short. Volcano with a play there, but unable to come up with it at second base is Carter Roth. And Eduardo Saenz is aboard with a single. To third goes Austin Gurney, and runners on the corners now for Robert Estrada. There is action in the Mavericks bullpen.
Stoppage in play for Heartland Financial.
Babiak comes out for a visit on the mound. Millers Baseball brought to you by Winmar Property Restoration Specialists. Heartland Financial Group. Give them a call at 306-691-7777. And Moose Jaw Toyota.
Number 7, Robert Estrada.
All right, Keystone College product. Robert Estrada comes to the plate here for Moose Jaw with 1 out in the bottom of the fourth inning and runners on the corners. Andrew Kim's first pitch is low and in the dirt. 1-0. And this one in for a called strike. 1-1. Out of town, Brooks Bombers up 8-3 now on the Regina Red Sox. Bottom of the fourth at Elks Field. Sylvan Lake out to a 4-0 lead over Fort McMurray. They're in the bottom of the sixth. Strike two called. 1-2 here on Estrada. Saskatoon Berries still leading at Okotoks 5-2 now in the top of the fourth. Earlier on, Swift Current 57's beating Weyburn 2-1 in the first of a doubleheader. Beavers lead 5-1 in the nightcap. Here's a roller down the third base line. Estrada's safe at first, and that scores a run. Austin Gurney plates. And it's an RBI single for Robert Estrada. As the Millers are having stat night here tonight. Tanner DeGrazia to the plate here for Moose Jaw, but not before. A mound visit from the Medicine Hat Mavericks coach, Jonathan Thornhill. And that's the end of the line for Andrew Kim. We'll get a pitching change. And with the Millers up 9-2, we'll be back in a moment here on FloCollege.
That's number 39, by the way.
Calling all my soldiers, yes. Said calling all my soldiers, yes.
Number 4, Tanner DeGrazia.
Pitching change for the Medicine Hat Mavericks coming into the game. Number 39, Ryan Harney, the reliever out of Mid-America Christian, with his Mavericks now trailing 9-2 here in the fourth inning. Tanner DeGrazia at the plate here for Moose Jaw. One out and runners on first and second, and the first pitch is low and away for ball one, 1-0. Ryan Harney's appeared in 4 games for Medicine Hat, pitched 8 1/3 innings combined with a 1.08 ERA. He's got some zip, but this one is outside for ball 2, 2-0. Tanner DeGrazia tonight has flied out to the first baseman and scored an RBI single back in the third inning. This fastball is low and inside at the knees, 3-0. Three and one the count now on DeGrazia. Ryan Harney on the mound here for Medicine Hat. Checks the runner at second. Eduardo signs, and this one outside for ball 4, and the bases are loaded here. In the fourth inning as Tanner DeGrazia draws the walk. And the ninth batter of the inning, Andy Rivas, comes to the plate here for Moose Jaw. Again, Rivas belted his first home run of the season here last night, a 2-run blast in the bottom of the ninth to tie the game. Some fireworks against Weyburn, but the Beavers went on to win it in the 10th inning. First pitch in for a cold strike, 0-1. Rivas tonight has struck out and grounded out to the second baseman. And a swing and a miss from Rivas, 0-2. And this one low away for ball 2, 2-2. Sentinel Storage power rankings came out yesterday. Saskatoon Berries, the #1 ranked team in the WCBL. Not a shock there. Their record says as much. Okotoks Dogs, #2. Here is a tip foul. 1-2. The count on Andy Rivas. Berries 1, Okotoks Dogs 2, Sylvan Lake Gulls 3, Lethbridge Bulls 4, Regina Red Sox 5. Medicine Hat Mavericks slid 2 spots down to 6th in the power rankings. Moose Jaw Miller Express up a spot to #7. Fastball low for ball 2, 2-2. Bases loaded here for the Millers in the bottom of the fourth inning, 1 out. Strike 3 call, and Andy Rivas goes down looking.
#9, Pacey Phillips.
Pacey Phillips comes to the plate here for Moose Jaw now in the bottom of the fourth with 2 out. Pacey tonight is grounded out to the second baseman and singled and scored a run. First pitch swinging, fouled back near the press box area.
Ball for Elkridge Glass, Lino Glass.
0-1 the count on Kerr Roberts, Saskatchewan's Pacey Phillips here. Ryan Harney on the mound for Medicine Hat, the third pitcher used tonight by the visitors. Strike 2 called here on Pacey Phillips 1 and 2. Andrew Kim allowed unofficially 7 runs on 4 hits before making way for Ryan Carney here in the 4th inning. This one hit on the ground, fouled down the first baseline. Pacey Phillips at the plate looking at a 1-2 count. Ben Wallachek is on deck. 9-2 the Millers lead here in the 4th. This one inside at the knees, 2-2 on Pacey. Millers Baseball brought to you by End of the Roll Flooring Center, Deja Vu Cafe, Moose Jaw Co-op, and Cypress Paving. Here is the 2-2 from Harney. And this one swung on, shallow center field. And on the run, in from center is Freeman to make the catch. And that will end the inning. We will go to the 5th inning with the Millers up 9-2, and you're watching WCBL Baseball here on FloCollege Baseball.
Spin around like a lasso. Bring it in, throw it out, spin around like a lasso. Bring it in, throw it out, spin around like a lasso. Bring it in, throw it out, spin around like a lasso. Deep in the night, it should be gone with the wind. That's the thing about a Mustang.
Moose Jaw Co-op 50-50 now at $1,300. See Devon selling. Moose Jaw Co-op 50-50 at $1,300. Leading off for the Mavericks, number 13.
Top of the 5th inning. We head to here at Roswell's Park in Moose Jaw. Aaron Volcano, Tyler Van Est, and Carter Roth due up for the visiting Medicine Hat Mavericks, who now trail us 1-9-2. It's been a while since we've seen the Millers out in the field. Weston Walls working into the 5th. Quality start for Weston. The first pitch is in for a ball, 1-0. Five strikeouts for Weston Walls here tonight, giving him 60 on the season to lead the league. Tells me he will not be starting the All-Star game Saturday night. Ian Heck will, of the Weyburn Beavers. This pitch high for ball 2, 2-0. You can watch it all on FloCollege Saturday night from Siemens Stadium in Okotoks. It'll be a full house. Volcano draws a leadoff walk here in the 5th inning. And Tyler Van Est, the third baseman, comes to the plate here for Medicine Hat. Mavericks All-Star, a late scratch last year from the All-Star game. He's going to make it this time around. Van Est tonight is grounded out to second and reached in a fielder's choice back in the 3rd inning. First pitch in for strike 1, called 0-1. 9-2, the Millers lead here in the 5th inning. Fastball from Walls. Strike 2 called, 0-2. I've yet to ask Weston what was the inspiration for his military-style buzz cut. This kind of seemed to come out of nowhere. Swung on in the air to left. Tanner DeGrazia back to the track, and will make the catch. Runner held at first. One away.
Number 10, Carter Roth.
The second baseman, Carter Roth, comes to the plate here for Medicine Hat in the 5th. 1 on, 1 out. Oh and 1 here on Roth, out of Doane University, a product of Stratford, Ontario. Here's a chopper to third. Wallachuk up with that. Throw to second. Pacey Phillips. Throw not in time. But they got the lead runner. Aaron Volcano thrown out at second, and Carter Roth is safe with a fielder's choice. Micah Dvorak, the left fielder, comes to the plate here for Medicine Hat with now 2 out in their 5th. First pitch swinging, fouled out of play. This one fouled straight back, 0-2 the count on Micah Dvorak, the left fielder, who tonight is grounded out to second and struck out. This is his 3rd at bat. Weston Walls working into the 5th inning here for Moose Jaw. This one outside for ball 1, 1-2. It was 20 degrees Celsius at game time, 68 Fahrenheit. It's dropped to 62 Fahrenheit here in the Band City, 17 Celsius. Still a nice night for summer ball. And the fastball in for strike 3 called. And Micah Dvorak goes down looking. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th with the Millers leading this one by a score of 9-2. Due up for the Millers, Wallachuk, Soto, and Edwards. This is WCBL Baseball on FloCollege. Back at Roswell's Park, bottom of the 5th inning. Ben Wallachuk, Thomas Soto, and William Edwards due up for the Millers, who have exploded here in this ball game with a 5-run third and a 4-run 4th inning. Have a 9-2 lead. We've had a pitching change for Medicine Hat. David Heinen is into the game. Hard-throwing righty, and he doesn't waste a lot of time. He's got a build out there that kind of reminds me of Boomer Wells. And strike one called, 2-1 here on Ben Wallachuk, who again, his family is in from Wichita, Kansas. His dad, Lonnie's been here since the 4th of July. Strike 2 called on Wallachuk, 2-2. Successful businessman down there in Wichita, Kansas, that has given him the freedom to hang out in the jaw for the summer. Who wouldn't want to do that? Here's a roller down to third, and a hot one took a late hop and eluded the third baseman, Tyler Van Est. Ben Wallachuk is safe at first with a leadoff single. And to the strains of Megadeth, Thomas Soto comes to the plate here for Moose Jaw. And his folks are in from Round Rock, Texas. Always enjoy our chats with Brandy and Seth. Thomas tonight has struck out, walked, and singled. Runner goes. Wallachuk safe at second, was almost got greedy but thought better of it. Team leading 22nd stolen base for Ben Wallachuk. Strike 2 called from home plate umpire Huck Craig. 0-2 here on Thomas Soto. David Heinen into the game and on the mound here for Medicine Hat. Wears number 33 from Minnesota North College. Curveball outside for ball 1, 1-2. Heinen calls Holdingford, Minnesota home. Looks in for the sign here from the catcher Babiak. 1-2 the count on Thomas Soto. Outside for ball 2, 2-2. The switch hitting Soto switches to the left side of the plate here at this at bat. This one hit well in the air to right field. That'll get past the right fielder Volcano and will score a run. A SaskTel SecureTech stand-up double for Thomas Soto. Don't let anybody steal home on you. Check out SaskTel SecureTech for home security options. Thomas Soto, an RBI double. And the Millers have put 10 up on the board here tonight and are not slowing down. That's 3 runs scored for Ben Wallachuk here tonight. As William Edwards, the center fielder, comes to the plate here for Moose Jaw in this bottom of the 5th. None out. Runner on second, that's Thomas Soto. Two and 1 the count here on William Edwards. Tonight he's flied out to center field, walked and grounded out to the third baseman. Fouls this one off down towards the Mavericks dugout. 2-2 the count here on William Edwards out of New South Wales, Australia. And here's a grounder to second. Roth up with that one. Throw over to first. In time. And William Edwards makes one away. To third goes Thomas Soto, however. And with the Millers leading 10-2 in the fifth, Austin Gurney comes to the plate here for Moose Jaw. First pitch swinging in the infield towards third base. And the catch made by Tyler Van Est for 2 away. By the way, got a note from the family of Carter Beck for any and all that are fans of the Saskatoon Berry slugger. He's not injured, nor was he shut down, but he will not be participating in the Home Run Derby at the WCBL All-Star Game on Saturday like he did last year. Ethan Menard will represent the Berries. But talking to his dad, Blair, and we've been friends since childhood. It was the Berries' decision to have Menard represent the team. He's got more home runs than Carter. Swing and a miss here from Eduardo Saenz. He's down on the count real quick, 0-2. Eduardo Saenz at the plate. Robert Estrada is on deck. High for a ball, 2-2. David Heinen is on the mound for Medicine Hat. Fourth pitcher used for the Mavs tonight. This one popped up. Foul territory down the first base line. And the play will be made by Vulcano, and that will end the inning. We'll go to the sixth with the Millers up 10-2 here, and you are watching WCBL Baseball on FloCollege. Into the sixth we go here at Roswell's Park in Moose Jaw. Adam Vulcano, Jaden Babiak, and Blake Dale due up for the visiting Mavericks, who now trail 10-2. Weston Walls working into the sixth here for Moose Jaw. And his first two pitches in for balls. 2-0 here on Adam Vulcano. Quite a night for Weston Walls. He told me this morning he was looking forward to matching up against the Mavericks. His best starts this season have been against Medicine Hat. He wasn't lying. 3, 5, 6 strikeouts for Weston Walls. And still going strong here into the sixth. Strike one called. 3-1 the count on the right fielder, Adam Volcano. Just the third plate appearance for Volcano tonight. He's 0 for 2 at the plate. And Weston's battled back in the count, 3-2. Oh, God, I'm looking. 7th strikeout that ties a season high for Weston. And the beer batter is Adam Volcano. 2 beers for $10 for the rest of the inning. Thanks to that, Kay. One more strikeout will be a season high for Weston. The Miller's ace. And this one in for strike one called 0-1. It was a lot of fun in the league final last year. Miller's and Okotoks Dogs going to game 3, the best of 3. This one hit on the ground toward first. Eduardo signs up with it, and he'll make the play himself, 2 away. Did spend quite a bit of time with the Dogs people, and they were not fond of facing Weston Walls in that league final. Tyler Hollick, the Dogs general manager, saying the Millers were the best coached team they'd faced all year. It doesn't get any closer than what that was. And strike one called here on Blake Dale with 2 away here in the top of the 6th inning. Blake Dale at the plate. Yusei Uzawa is on deck. This one in the dirt, 1-1. You lose by a run scored in a walk-off homer in the bottom of the 9th inning in the deciding game of the league final. Whew. That leaves a mark. Strike 2 called from home plate umpire Huck Craig, 1-2. What's up?
Has there been number 4? Which one?
Ask them.
Has there been a number 4?
2-2 the count here on Blake Dale, the DH. He struck out his 2 prior at bats and make it 3 strikeouts. 8 strikeouts for Weston Walls tonight. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th with the Millers up 10-2, and you're watching it all here on FloCollege. Wow.
Outfield wall, if you guys could get off the wall in the outfield, center field, please. Thank you. Leading off for the Miller Express, number 7, Robert Estrada.
First pitch swinging for Robert Estrada in the air to right field. And the catch is made by Volcano. 3 Volcanos out in the field for the Medicine Hat Mavericks tonight. Very promptly, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Estrada, DeGrazia, Andy Rivas the batting order for the Millers, and with one pitch swinging, Robert Estrada flies out to right, and there's one away. As Tanner DeGrazia, the left fielder, comes to the plate here for Moose Jaw, and the catcher Andy Rivas on deck. And the first pitch is low at the knees for ball one. David Heinen into the game here for Medicine Hat. Fourth pitcher used for them tonight. Strike one called, 1-1. The count here on DeGrazia. Heinen came on in the fifth. Has allowed one run since coming into the game. 2-1 the count here on DeGrazia. Tanner is flied out to first, singled and walked. Outside for ball three on the delivery from Heinen. This one swung on, a blooper. Will land in for a base hit into right field, and Tanner DeGrazia is aboard with a single here in the sixth inning. And the Millers, with a 10-2 lead, will bring Andy Rivas to the plate, the catcher who wears number 15. And the guy who set the stage for a very exciting comeback last night with his two-run homer in the bottom of the ninth. Forced extra innings, but the Millers couldn't finish it off, falling 5-4 to the visiting Weyburn Beavers. Tough one to swallow in a lot of ways. That loss last night moved the Beavers to within 6.5 of the Millers for the final playoff spot in the East, and that is the 12th ranked team out of 12 in the power rankings. 2-0 the count here on the catcher Andy Rivas. Make it 3-0. This one caught the outside edge of the strike zone, 3-1. Tanner DeGrazia on first, one out here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Millers after their 17th win of the season. And a swing and a miss, 3-2. The count here on Rivas. That one fouled back and out of play on the Caribou Street. 3-2 here on Rivas. And Rivas draws the walk out of the full count. And two aboard here in the bottom of the sixth inning. To second goes Tanner DeGrazia. Talk about the Millers going after their 17th win here tonight. They had 26 last season. So they've played 38 games of 56. So they got 18 games left to win 9. And that's just a match last year's total. This one hit on the ground is short. It'll get through, and Tanner DeGrazia will be held up at third by Coach Eric Marriott. Pacey Phillips is aboard with a single, and Ben Wallachek comes to the plate here. The flashy third baseman has scored 3 runs tonight for the Millers. He's walked twice and singled. This is his 4th plate appearance. With the bases loaded, first pitch swinging in the air to right field. And the catch is made by Volcano. Tagging up and scoring is Tanner DeGrazia. Make it 11-2 for the Millers here in the 6th. and mark it a sack fly for Ben Wallachek.
Number 22, Thomas Soto.
Top of the order we go. And to the strains of Megadeth, which Thomas tells me is his favorite band from the 80s. He wasn't even born yet. First pitch from Heinen high and outside for ball one on Soto. Strike one called, 1-1. Okotoks Dogs have battled back, and they're tied with Saskatoon now 5-5 in the sixth at Siemens Stadium. Sylvan Lake out to a 5-0 lead over Fort McMurray. That is in the eighth in Sylvan. And the Weyburn Beavers and Swift Current 57 split a doubleheader down at Tom Lang Park today. 2-1 the count on Soto. Make it 3-1. High for ball three with that delivery from David Hyman. 3-1. Andy Rivas is at third. Pacey Phillips at first for the Millers. And Soto draws the walk. It's been one of those nights for Mavericks pitchers here tonight.
Number 27, William Edwards.
And with two away here in the bottom of the sixth, the center fielder, William Edwards, comes to the plate here for Moose Jaw. Strike one call, 1-1 here on the lanky center fielder, William Edwards. This is his fifth plate appearance tonight. He's flied out to center, walked, and scored a run. Grounded out to third, and was thrown out as part of a double play. Last trip up. Fouled off by Willie. 1-2. Bases loaded, two out here in the bottom of the sixth. William Edwards at the plate. Austin Gurney on deck. Here's a grounder towards second. Carter Roth up with that. Makes the sure throw to first, and that'll end the inning. We'll go to the seventh with the Millers leading at 11-2, and you're watching WCBL baseball here on FloCollege. Back at Roswell's Park, lights are on. And this Wednesday night encounter, Weston Walls working into the 7th inning for the Millers, who have an 11-2 lead. And due up for the Mavericks, Yusei Uzawa, the number 9 hitter, Johnny Volcano, and Aaron Volcano. Eight strikeouts for Weston Walls already in the game, and he's throwing hard. This fastball high and inside for ball 1 on Yusei Uzawa. It's just the 3rd plate appearance for Uzawa. He has singled and doubled tonight. High and outside, but this one 2-0. 8 strikeouts for Weston, a season high, and gives him 63 on the season. That leads the WCBL. Ooh, this one in for strike 1 called, 2-1. Weston brought his stuff tonight. And that one looked good, but it called inside for ball 3, 3-1. Johnny Volcano on deck. Next game for both teams is against each other. Medicine Hat at the Millers Thursday night here at 7:05. Swing and a miss. 3-2 the count here on Yusei Uzawa. From Chiba, a freshman at Northeastern Junior College. And a swing and a miss, and down he goes. That's 9 strikeouts for Weston Walls here tonight. We go to the top of the order for the visiting Mavericks. Johnny Volcano at the plate. Aaron Volcano is on deck. Out of Cloverdale, British Columbia. And a swing and a miss from Volcano. Off-speed pitch from Weston. This one tagged, fouled down the first base line towards the Mavericks bullpen, 0-2. There's action up in the Mavericks bullpen. 11-2, they trail here in the 7th. Here's a roller to second. Soto up with that. They throw over to first in time, 2 away.
Number 13, Aaron Volcano.
The first baseman, Aaron Volcano, comes to the plate here for Medicine Hat with Tyler Van Est on deck. The 3 Volcanos in the lineup tonight for Medicine Hat are the shortstop, Johnny Volcano, the first baseman, Aaron Volcano, and the right fielder, Adam Volcano. Swing and a miss from Aaron, 0-1. Unlike the 2 Sotos on the Millers, all these Volcanos are related. Fastball hit in the air to center. William Edwards on the run, makes the catch. And that is 3 up, 3 down for the Millers here in the 7th. And we will go to the bottom of the 7th inning here in Moose Jaw and due up for the home side, Austin Gurney, Eduardo Sainz, and Robert Estrada. We'll be right back. It's WCBL Baseball here on FloCollege. Austin Gurney's the leadoff man here in the 7th for the Millers. Austin Gurney, Eduardo Saenz, and Robert Estrada due up for Moose Jaw here, who are having a stat night. 11-2, they lead the ball game. First pitch in for strike one, called 0-1 from David Heinen on the mound here in the 7th for the visitors. From Minnesota North College, a product of Holdingford, Minnesota. This one drops in for strike two, called 0-2 here on Austin Gurney, who will again be the home run derby rep for the Millers for a third time Saturday's All-Star festivities in Okotoks. High and outside for ball one, 1-2 here on Gurns. This one swung on and fouled back and out of play.
Foul ball for Elkridge Glass. We know Glass, remember, was a property of the Miller Express.
Not sure what made me look it up, but I didn't even know where the University of Pikeville is, where Austin's a senior, but found out it is in Kentucky. This one fouled straight back. 1-2 the count on Gurney. That'll give me more to chat with Austin about. Sounds like a real cool place. Check swing from Austin, in for a ball, 2-2. Gurney tonight has grounded out to second, singled twice, and flied out to third. He's got 3 RBIs to go along with it. This one in the dirt. He has scored 2 runs. Full count here on Gurney. High and outside for a ball, 4. And Austin Gurney is aboard with a lead-off walk here in the 7th.
Number 25, Eduardo Saenz.
The first baseman, Eduardo Saenz, comes to the plate here for Moose Jaw. Not before he does his pre-at-bat ritual. And now the Laredo, Texas product settles in. And first pitch swinging. This will land for a base hit into right. Around second is Gurney to third, and he is safe standing up. Boy, the Millers have been very productive at the plate here tonight. That is unofficially the 11th hit for Moose Jaw tonight. Eduardo Saenz with a single. Austin Gurney's all the way around to third. And Robert Estrada, the designated hitter. No, Jackson Yeager comes in to pinch hit. Jackson Yeager into his first season with the Millers, already very popular with the Miller fans. Swing and a miss from Yeager. He does lead the team in strikeouts. He is not afraid to swing. And 0-1 the count here on Yeager. None out, runners on first and third here for the home side. Strike two called on Yeager. Jackson batting .220 on the season. And as mentioned, a team leading 50 strikeouts. Good eye on this one. Inside for ball 1, 1-2. The product of Omaha, Nebraska. High and outside with this one. 2-2. We will be back to full production tomorrow night. We apologize for the one camera production tonight, but you get the drift. 11-2, the Millers leading here in the 7th inning. High and inside with this offering for Jackson Yeager, and it's 3-2 the count here on the pinch hitter. And Yeager goes down swinging. 51st strikeout of the season for Jackson. And that'll bring to the plate Tanner DeGrazia.
Number 4, Tanner DeGrazia.
And the first pitch catches the outside corner for strike one. 0-1 on the left fielder. Tanner, who's flied out to the first baseman, singled, walked, and singled and scored a run tonight. Swinging on this one in the air to right field. And back to make the catch is the first baseman, Volcano. He'll hold Austin Gurney at third. That's 2 away. Tanner DeGrazia flies out to the first baseman.
Number 15, Andy Rivas.
Bronx, New York product, Andy Rivas comes to the plate here for the Millers in the bottom of the 7th. Now 2 on, 2 out. First pitch high and inside for ball 1. 1-0 on Rivas. Three and 0 on 3 straight pitches here on the catcher. Rivas, since joining the club, has appeared in just 3 games, batting .111. Already has a home run. The big 2-run blast last night. 3-1 they count on the catcher. This one laced a liner down to third, and Tyler Van Nest is there to make the catch and end the inning. Millers will leave 2 on and go to the 8th with an 11-2 lead. This is WCBL Baseball here on FloCollege.
Leading off for the Mavericks, number 8, Tyler Van Nest.
Pitching change for the Millers as we go to the 8th. Amani Kondo comes into the game here for Moose Jaw. Weston Walls leaves with an 11-2 lead. Curveball from Kondo in for a strike, 0-1. For the Mavericks, Tyler Van Est, Carter Roth, Micah Dvorak, the batting order. The lefty Kondo's delivery is outside for ball 1, 1-1. Weston Walls, pitch 7, complete. Allowed 2 runs, 6 hits, struck out 10. This one hit in the air to right. Tanner DeGrazia after it. And he'll make the catch down the first base line in foul territory, 1 away. There's some changes in the field for Moose Jaw in this big lead, 11-2. Tanner DeGrazia has moved over to right field. Jackson Martin, I believe, is in the field at left. Carter Roth, the second baseman, to the plate here for Medicine Hat. And the first pitch, off speed, in for a strike, 0-1. This one outside for ball 1, 1-1. Amani Kondo from Japan is a junior at Valley City State University. And this one inside for ball 2, 2-1. Three and 1 the count. Valley City State University is in Valley City, North Dakota, home of the Vikings. Curveball outside for a walk. And Carter Roth is aboard here in the top of the 8th inning. Micah Dvorak, the left fielder, comes to the plate here for the Mavericks, with Adam Volcano on deck here in the 8th. Season high 10 strikeouts for Weston Walls. Won't see him again until Saturday night's All-Star game in Okotoks. Strike 1 here on Dvorak. This one swung on in the air to left. Jackson Martin back to make the catch in left field. That's 2 away. Adam Volcano, the right fielder, comes to the plate here with 2 out and 1 on in the 8th inning, in the Mavericks' 8th. Amani Kondo's appeared in 7 games for the Millers this year with a 9.53 ERA. Pipe this one, strike 1, 0-1. And a swing and a miss from Volcano, the beer batter, 0-2. He is 0-3 at the plate tonight with a pair of strikeouts. Here's the 0-2 from Kondo, and that hit the batter right off the left hip.
Number 6, Jaden Babiak.
The catcher, Jaden Babiak, comes to the plate here for Medicine Hat in the 8th. Now with 2 on and 2 out. Jaden Babiak, another from Valley City State, where he is a senior. Product of St. Albert, Alberta. Jaden Babiak at the plate. Blake Dale is on deck. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. High and inside at the chin with this one. 2-1 the count on Jaden Babiak. Again, these two teams will do it again Thursday night, 7:05 first pitch. Last home game for the Millers before the All-Star game. Then we won't see them at home till Sunday night when the rival Regina Red Sox come to town. This one outside for ball 3. 3-1. I don't think Amani is either upset with himself or upset with the call, but 3-1 is the count here on Babiak. And outside for a walk, and the bases are loaded here in the top of the 8th.
Number 5, Blake Dale.
Dustin Mulligan comes out for a mound visit. That would be quite a conversation. We'll be right back. 11-2. Millers lead this one here in the 8th. The designated hitter, Blake Dale, at the plate here for Medicine Hat. Bases loaded, 2 out in the 8th. First pitch, a swing and a miss from Kondo. 0-1. Very popular with his teammates is Amani Kondo. You can hear a lot of the encouraging chatter coming out of the dugout and bullpen for the Japanese product. Curveball drops in for strike 2. 0-2 the count here on Blake Dale, the designated hitter from Kansas Wesleyan University. And a swing and a miss, and down he goes, and Kondo gets himself out of the jam with a strikeout. And we will go to the bottom of the 8th with the Millers up 11-2. Phillips, Wallachek, and Soto due up. You're watching Western Canadian Baseball League action on FloCollege Baseball.
Pitching for the Mavericks, number 5, Blake Dale.
Number 2.
Correction, now pitching number 2, Adam Volcano.
Bottom of the 8th here. We've got some changes, more of them, this time for the Medicine Hat Mavericks. Coming in to pitch, Adam Velcano, number 2. Blake Dale has gone out to right field where Velcano was earlier. First pitch, fastball in for a ball, 1-0. Subs on both sides as the Mavericks have conceded this one's got away on them. Adam Velcano is the 5th pitcher used here tonight. Pacey Phillips, Ben Wallachek, and Thomas Soto, the batting order here for Moose Jaw. This one fouled back. 2-2. Pacey Phillips stays alive, the second baseman. 4th plate trip for the Robert product. Grounded out to second, singled and flied out to 8th. To the 8th spot in the field, center field. He's also scored a run. Fastball inside at the knees. 3-2 here on Pacey Phillips. Here's a chopper back to the mound. Adam Velcano with the very alert play on the hill. Makes the throw over to first for 1 away. Pacey Phillips grounds out to the pitcher. And the third baseman, Ben Wallachek, comes to the plate here for Moose Jaw. Fastball in for a strike, 0-1 from Adam Velcano. Wallachek scored 3 of the Millers' 11 runs tonight. He's walked twice, singled, and flied out to right. Strike 2 called, 0-2 here on Ben. Looks like he's maybe found a home at third base here the rest of the way. High and outside with this one, 1-2 on Wallachek. Adam Velcano on the mound here for Medicine Hat from Colby Community College. It's his 4th pitching appearance of the year. This one swung on well, deep left field, but foul. Had the distance, just had to straighten it out a little bit. Adam Velcano has pitched 4 2/3 innings combined all season as a 9.64 ERA. In to hopefully mop up here for Medicine Hat. This one fouled back the other way by Ben. Staying alive at 1-2. This one belted well deep left field. Exact same spot. Fouled. What is that, 3 straight foul balls here from Ben Wallachek? Another marathon at bat. 1-2 the count on the Wichita, Kansas product. Outside for ball 2, and 2-2 here on Wallachek. This one swung on, skied towards third, and Tyler Van Est is there to make the catch, and that's 2 away here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Ben Wallachek flies out. We go to the top of the order, and Abe Alber again to pinch hit for Thomas Soto. Salon Springs, Wisconsin product. Abe Alber comes to the plate with 2 out here, the bottom of the 8th inning, facing Adam Vilcano, and the first pitch is in low for a ball, 1-0. Millers have recorded 11 runs on 11 hits here tonight, an offensive explosion. This one low and away. 2-0 the count here on Abe Alberg. Abe comes in batting .154. He's appeared in 15 games for the Millers this season. He's homered once. He's 13 strikeouts. Swing and a miss from Alberg. He was way out in front on that one. 2-1 the count. A hush in the ballpark now. These two teams doing it again tomorrow night, 7:05. Right here at Ross Wells Park. Here's the 2-1 from Volcano. That one is inside at the knees. 3-1 the count on Abe. Alberg draws a walk here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And William Edwards will come to the plate here. No, he will not. Jackson Martin is in pinch hitting. Jackson Martin switching his jersey to number 2 recently. The Grand Coulee, Saskatchewan product comes to the plate here. He's been inserted into left field. Ball 1 comes in high, 1-0. 2 out now and a runner at first in the bottom of the 8th inning. 11-2 Millers out front. That is Abe Alberg at first. Out to a big lead there. Volcano delivers high and outside for ball 2. 2-0. Here's the 2-0. And that is inside at the knees. 3-0 the count here on Jackson Martin. Great opportunity for Eric Marriott to get his reserves in here tonight. Four-pitch walk drawn by Jackson Martin. And now 2 men on here in the 8th as Eduardo Saenz will come to the plate here. No, Austin Gurney. Check that. Austin Gurney comes to the plate for Moose Jaw. Keeping an eye on that game in Okotoks. The Dogs have scored 2. in the late innings and now lead the Saskatoon Berries 7-5 in the top of the 8th. A battle of division leaders and a game that I'm sure both sides would like to think is a league finals preview. First pitch in low for a ball on Gurney, 1-0. Runners at first and second here in the 8th. 2 out for the Millers. Adam Vilcano on the mound for Medicine Hat. Fastball low and in the dirt, 2-0. Fifth pitcher used. The starter, Totter Spruell, went 2 1/3. Stoppage and play for Tim Hortons. We'll step back a minute. 11-2 Millers in the 8th here on FloCollege. Three 0 the count here on Austin Gurney. Here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 2 out, 2 on. This 2-3-0 offering ripped foul by Gurney down in toward the Medicine Hat Mavericks dugout. 3-1. Still plenty of folks hanging in here in the ballpark. Late innings. Hoping to cheer the Millers on to their 17th victory of the season. Again, they had 26 all of last year. This one belted into right field, and the catch is made by Blake Dale to end the inning. We'll go to the 9th with the Millers leading this one 11-2. We'll be right back here on FloCollege Sports. Top of the 9th in Moose Jaw. The number 9 hitter, Yusei Uzawa, will lead things off here for the visitors. Curveball with the first pitch is belted foul down the left field line. And it's strike one here on Yusei Uzawa. Johnny Volcano, Aaron Volcano due up here for the Mavericks. Quite the hush across the ballpark here in the ninth as the Millers look to put this one away for their 17th win of the season. Uzawa tonight has singled, doubled, struck out. This is his 4th plate appearance. 1-1 the count here on Uzawa. This one ripped high and deep right field and foul. Narrowly. Yusei Uzawa from Northeastern Junior College. Batting .216 on the season. 1-2 the count on Yusei, the center fielder. This one lays just out of the reach of the second baseman, Pacey Phillips. And Yusei Uzawa reaches first with a leadoff single here in the ninth. 7th hit recorded for the visitors here tonight. Johnny Volcano, the shortstop, comes to the plate here for Med Hat. They in their red tops with white lettering. Gray pants. Millers, of course, in black. Curve, ooh, dirty. Started out way outside, came back in for strike one. 0-1. And a swing and a miss from Volcano. 0-2. Aaron Volcano is on deck. And swing and a miss. Put a strikeout on the board for Amani Kondo, the very popular Japanese pitcher. Popular amongst his teammates for sure. And the pitcher, Aaron Volcano, comes to the plate here for Medicine Hat with now 1 away in the top of the 9th inning. He's got that curveball working. That one drops in for strike one. 0-1 on Aaron Volcano out of Cloverdale, BC. This one inside at the knees. 1-1. Kondo's appeared in 7 games, all in a relief role. 9.53 ERA. This one tagged in the air, deep center field. Well, not that deep. William Edwards on the run. Will make the catch at center. Or is that Gurney? That looks like Austin Gurney. Yeah. Gurns makes the catch in center. And that is 2 away. And the Mavericks down to their final out here in an 11-2 deficit. Tyler Van Est at the plate here for Medicine Hat, the left-handed hitting third baseman and all-star for Medicine Hat. One and one here on Van Est from Warman, Sask. This one swung on, high in the air, left field. Dropping back, Abe Alberg. Oh, and it drops. Some miscommunication there. They are scoring that a single for Tyler Van Est. And there you see the remnants or the results. Oh, and you get a couple of guys that don't play together a whole lot out there. Alberg and Jackson Martin having a discussion as they go back to their spots here. Runners now in the corners here in the ninth. Yusei Uzawa all the way around to third. Tyler Van Est at first. Certainly a catchable ball, but miscommunication out there in the field. There's that dirty curve again. In for strike one called, 1-1 on Carter Roth, the second baseman. And this one foul back. 1-2 the count. 2 on, 2 out, top of the ninth. Miller's an 11-2 lead. And there's the curve, hit on the ground. Abe Alberg up with it. He'll step on second. And that's the ball game. The Moose Jaw Miller Express snap the losing skid and record their 17th victory of the season. 11-2 is the final score for the Moose Jaw Miller Express here tonight. And they will improve to 17-22. While the Medicine Hat Mavericks will drop to 25-15. We'll do it all again tomorrow night. 7:05 first pitch, Mavericks and Millers. For Jenna Moore, this is Rod Peterson saying good night, everybody, from Roswell's Park in Moose Jaw.